What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about 4 specific stocks that I think have a potential to double in the near future, regardless of the market conditions that come our way. Now, if you guys want to see more on some of these stocks that I talk about on this video, make sure you comment down below which stocks that you want me to see cover more. And before we get into all of the information about these stocks, and these are some pretty great picks, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull, which is the brokerage that you guys see on screen in all of my videos, make sure you check out that link in my description. All you have to do is set up an account, deposit over $100, and you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. This is basically free money, and it's also a way to help support the channel. And if you guys enjoy the information and the stocks that I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So the first stock that we are going to be talking about is Sesn Bio, ticker symbol SESN. Now, Sensionics has a very similar ticker, SENS, but we're going to be talking about Sesn Bio for the first part of this video. So I know some of you guys may not have heard of this company before, but at Sesn Bio, we are committed to saving and improving the lives of patients with cancer. So this is going to be another cancer biotech company, and we've seen just what can happen with these types of companies in the past with our Nano Genomics position. So we are a late-stage clinical company advancing fusion protein therapies based on our targeted protein therapeutics platform. Our lead program, Vicinium, also known as VB4-845, is currently in a phase 3 registration trial for the treatment of high-risk BCG unresponsive non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. So this company is really revolving around the bladder cancer market right now, and coming over to this page, we can see that bladder cancer is the 6th most common cancer. The average age of the patients is 72, and the percentage of diagnoses at age 55 plus is 90%. So there are a lot of individuals that do have bladder cancer. It is the most common, and if Sesn Bio is able to come out with a treatment for this type of cancer, we could see them have a massive run-up due to the immense value that they will be providing for society. But this is not all. This isn't just a company that I've found information on that could be great in the future. We do have some great updates about this company as well. So Sesn Bio and Qilu Pharmaceutical announced approval of IND application in China for Vicinium. So this IND approval triggered a $3 million milestone payment to Sesn Bio. So this is very good news. So the Cambridge, Massachusetts Sesn Bio, a late-stage clinical company developing targeted fusion protein therapeutics for the treatment of patients with cancer, today announced that the investigational new drug IND application for Vicinium for the treatment of BCG unresponsive non-muscle invasive bladder cancer submitted to the Center for Drug Evaluation of China's National Medical Products Administration by the company's partner in China, Qilu Pharmaceutical. So with the approval of the IND, Qilu Pharmaceutical is authorized to conduct the proposed clinical trial to assess the efficacy and safety of Vicinium in patients with this disease in China at the sole cost of Qilu Pharmaceuticals. So this is very great. Sesn Bio doesn't actually have to pay for these studies. That's where Qilu Pharmaceutical comes in. So assuming a successful trial, Qilu Pharmaceutical anticipates submission of the product market application for Vicinium in 2022, with potential approval in China expected in 2023. So this is not going to be one of those stocks where we see an FDA approval or some sort of other approval and they shoot up over 100% in a day. This could be a long-term hold, and this company has a lot of potential in the cancer market and in the bladder cancer market as well. So the approval of the IND for Vicinium in China represents a significant milestone in realizing our mission to save and improve the lives of patients globally, said Dr. Thomas Cannell, president and CEO of Sesn Bio. So when this news came out, at the current time that I am recording this video, Sesn Bio actually fell throughout the day, but this stock has a lot of potential to go into the $6 range if we keep seeing news come out about them, such as this. Now, the next stock that we are going to be talking about is Coupeng. So essentially what this stock is it's the Amazon of South Korea. So this is a SoftBank backed startup, and it is crushing Amazon to become South Korea's biggest online retailer. So this article was published on June 16th, 2020, but I do think it serves as a good baseline for information about this company if you are not aware of it as of yet. So it recently IPO'd, and I've been watching this company for a couple of weeks preparing for the IPO, but as we've seen with IPOs recently, there's a massive premium on the first day that the company comes out. So I didn't really want to make a video about this company yet because as we see later in the chart, the company almost every single time, we've seen this with Poshmark and a bunch of other companies that IPO, there is a very significant premium to get into the stock on the first day, and then the true value of the company comes out when the stock sells off over the next couple of days when the insiders are able to sell. So the individuals that were able to buy pre-IPO shares or at the actual IPO price were making all of the money, and the retail investors typically get screwed. So quickly coming over to the chart, we can see that on IPO day, this stock went as high as $69 a share and then sold off over the next couple of days. Now we are seeing this stock trading at about $44 to $45, and I would wait for this stock to get below 40. And there's a couple of reasons why I really like this stock for the long term, but I would never say, I always say this, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. It's never smart to put your entire portfolio into a given stock, especially if it's a risky one like this. But I do think that with the overall market conditions and the economic conditions right now across the world, online retailers are going to be growing at a very substantial rate. These brick and mortar stores are dying out in very fast rates, and we can see that Amazon is continuously gaining market share. Now, Coupeng has been dominating over Amazon in the South Korean market. We've seen other companies such as Jumia and Ozon. So Ozon's the Russian version of Amazon, and Jumia is the African version of Amazon. So these are slightly bigger markets, but Coupeng has a lot of potential. So we can see that Coupeng currently delivers, so this was in June of 2020, 3.3 million items each day, up from an average of 2.2 million units per day at the end of 2019. So that's a very substantial growth rate within the period of 6 months. So the SoftBank-backed startup, recently valued at $9 billion, is reportedly eyeing an IPO as soon as 2021, and we just saw that IPO happen about a week ago. And Coupeng garnered the number 2 spot on CNBC's 2020 Disruptor 50 list. So this company is getting a lot of eyes, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about this company. And e-commerce and online retailing is going to be one of the best businesses to be in over the next 5 to 10 years, in my opinion. Now, the next two companies that we are going to talk about, we cover on this channel a lot, but I still think that they have a lot of potential for the long term. And the first stock that we are going to be talking about is Nano Genomics. So when you guys are seeing this video, this is going to be the day that Nano Genomics reports their earnings. Now, there are two possibilities of what can happen with Nano Genomics earnings report. They can come in and crush it. We've seen in my past Nano Genomics videos, we are expecting a double in revenue from Q3 2020 to Q4 2020, and this company is in such a vastly different position now than it was in Q4 and Q3 of 2020. They're coming out with Sapphire data all of the time, and this system seems to be the best in class for detecting structural variants and detecting diseases, specifically genetic diseases and cancers, earlier than ever before. So now I do think that Nano Genomics conference call and the conversations and the questions and the statements that the CEO makes are going to be very bullish. I do think the EPS and revenue numbers could fall a little bit short. Now, the reason for this is that Nano Genomics did a lot of share offerings in the beginning of 2021, so the EPS numbers could get a little bit skewed when comparing it to previous quarters. But I still think that Nano Genomics could make a push towards its all-time highs by the end of 2021. This company is great. No bad news has come out about Nano Genomics over the past couple of weeks. It's just been the overall market conditions. And briefly, a lot of people have been talking about why tech stocks have been getting hit so much. Now, the main reason for this is that a lot of these hyper-growth companies that we are seeing, the revenue and the money that they are making is not happening in the current time. It's happening in the future, and the markets are forward-looking. Now, classically, in order to evaluate a stock or a company, there's this thing called a DCF, a discounted cash flow model, and one of the most important metrics when determining the value value through a DCF is the actual discount rate that you use to evaluate this company. And when you increase this discount rate, the value of the company actually decreases. We can do a full in-depth video on DCFs at a later time if you guys would like. But when the Fed starts to raise interest rates and the yields start to go up, that's typically when we see some of these discount models start to increase that discount rate. And that's when the value of these tech stocks and hyper growth stocks decreases. Now, we have seen in the past that these typical discounted cash flow models and PE ratios have not been as applicable. So it is possible that we don't see really any effect in the long term on these hyper growth and tech companies. But I do really like Nano Genomics for the long term. We've been talking about this stock when it was in the $3 to $4 range. So we were up a very significant amount when this company was trading at its all-time highs, and we are still up about over 100% on this company at the current time. Nano Genomics also just had their price target reiterated at $15 a share, which represents about a 70% increase from where the stock is currently trading at. So now let's get into our last stock of today, and this is going to be Sensionics. We've been talking about this stock a lot, and again, this chart looks very similar to Nano Genomics. They are coming out with their 180-day Eversense model in the United States, and we are expecting the review from the FDA to start on April 15th and finish in Sensionics to get approval by the end of Q3 or Q4 of 2021. Now, the company has come out and said that they don't expect to reach the profitability metrics by 2025. So this company is going to be a long-term hold as well, in my opinion, but Sensionics has also made plans to develop a 365-day continuous glucose monitoring system as well. Sensionics has also partnered up with a very strong and talented distribution company to actually help out with the commercialization efforts in Europe and in the United States. But once the 180-day Eversense gets approved in the United States, which I am expecting to happen in Q3 and Q4 of 2021, I do think we are going to see a massive uptick in share price because Essentia will be able to start the distribution and commercialization of the 180-day Eversense within 30 days. And if you guys watched my last Sensionics video, the market for these continuous glucose monitoring systems is supposed to drastically increase all the way until 2025. And with Sensionics coming out with such a solid product, they are going to be able to take a very strong size market share of this total market. So that is going to wrap up this video on the 4 stocks that I think have the probability to and the possibility to double in the near future. We did cover 2 stocks that we have not seen on this channel yet, Sesn Bio and Coupeng. Make sure you guys comment down below if you guys are more interested in these stocks and are going to take a look at them going forward. Now, I'm thinking about getting into a smaller position on Sesn Bio for the long term and using my typical penny stock trading strategy. And I'm also going to wait for Coupeng to kind of fizzle out after its IPO before entering into a position. So we also covered Nano Genomics and Sensionics, which we've covered a lot on this channel. So that is going to wrap up what I have to say for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I have had for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are having a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.